Meet Umut. Just months ago, he was stuck in a 9 to 5, splitting his time between IT work and long bakery shifts, feeling capped, burned out, and wanting more from life. Like most people, he started seeing content online about Airbnb and short-term rentals. At first, it was just curiosity, but the more he watched, the more it resonated. He knew he was capable of more and that the path he was currently on wasn't where he was meant to stay. Fast forward to today, Umut has quit his bakery job, secured multiple Airbnb properties in a matter of weeks, and generated $23,000 in booking revenue in just December alone. In this interview, Umut opens up about the fear of starting a business, the grind behind the scenes, and he transparently breaks down his Airbnb portfolio, his biggest bookings, and the exact numbers behind his growth. If you've ever felt like you're capable of more, but just didn't know where to start, trust me, this one's for you.
Okay, I'm super excited for this one. We got Umut here. Introduce yourself. How old are you and how long have you been doing Airbnb for?
Hey everyone, my name is Umut. I live in Victoria and I've literally started this mentorship in September.
And how old are you, by the way?
26.
September, October, November, December. That's a little over 4 months, is it?
Yep. So I've been operating since September. Of course, some more backstory. I actually worked in IT. I was doing that for a few years and I loved IT and I was very much a people person back then. And after that, I even transitioned to a bakery job. So that was another 2 years. And I was finding that I wanted more. I knew I wanted to try Airbnb one day, but I didn't know exactly how I was going to do it. I knew, okay, I'll just leave it one day. I'll do it one day. I'll come back to it. I saw your social media, Jordan. Well, of course, one of your videos always pops up somewhere. And then I'm like, okay, well, I got this money. I can, take the opportunity and put it in something that's actually good and see how it turns out.
So tell me a little bit about what your life looked like before doing Airbnb and before starting your own business owner and becoming like a founder of something that you're building yourself.
I felt like I was stuck in the system a little bit. Almost a 9 to 5 life, the low wage, almost struggling sometimes. I wanted more, I pushed for more. I knew I was capable of more.
Would you say you were always kind of driven and you always had the motivation to start something on your own, but you never really had the courage to do it?
Definitely. I knew that if I wanted to do this properly, I needed to do it with the right guidance and the right mentorship.
And you recently left your bakery job, is that right?
Correct. So
how long ago was that?
That was only just a week ago.
A week ago?
Yeah, only just a week ago. I quit the,
That's awesome,
the bakery job and it was a big thing for me and it was the best thing I've ever did for sure.
How long were you at that bakery job, by the way?
2 years. 2 years.
2 years. How does it make you feel being able to quit a job and being able to do something that most people only dream about doing and also achieving that in such a little time frame as well?
It's a huge thing. It's almost like you gotta slow down sometimes and actually look around because you get caught up. Once you get into it, it can be a little slow. You gotta put in the hard work. You gotta learn. Once it actually picks up and you get your first property, okay, great. Get ready for a bit of chaos and get ready to really grow yourself and your business. Okay.
You've left the bakery for a week now. What's changed most about your mindset in that time frame and your values after leaving the bakery as well?
Really prioritizing what I want to do in my life. I'm not just working for someone else anymore. I'm, of course, business owner before I started this whole mentorship. Well, actually after I started the mentorship. But now I'm realizing and transitioning into, okay, let's take this to the next level because now I've got new business partners coming in and I'll get to that, of course, later on as well. Even like tracking to when I first started in September, it took me around a week to learn the modules. It took me around a week to actually set the business structure, all right? And then after 3 weeks of actually just really pushing the agents, because you're starting from nowhere, no credibility. So you have to really put in the work, you have to put in the volume of calls and inspections, so eventually you do get that yes. So amazingly enough, I got that first yes in CBD in Victoria.
And how long did that take?
3 weeks in total. And
3 weeks after starting?
I was even calling on my lunch break at the bakery. Like, he would leave around 2 o'clock and then I would have to close the shop from 2 to 5 p.m. So I knew in that window, I could just call agents. So I would prepare the day before, all the agents I was going to call, and then I would just spam it and just call.
That is the drive I want to see in B&B success. And props for you for doing that.
Thanks, mate. And then, of course, after the first one, I had all my friends and family help finish and set it up. So it really helps when you got like just a nice big community around you to help. And then I moved on to my second property.
Yeah, how long did it take from your first property to get your second?
Yeah, so I started in September and then in November, is when I actually secured my second property. So right next to the CBD in South Bank. They're both 2 bedrooms. And this is where I took my business to the next level. And I actually became business partners with my best friend.
Awesome.
We transitioned into a partnership business structure. She's an amazing interior designer. If you see my second property, it will show.
Yeah.
And she invested in the business, and that's what helped secure my second property. And that's what really helped grow our business to the next level, because I started as a sole trader, but then I transitioned to a partnership later on to actually have more support.
That's awesome. So right now you're sitting at 2 properties, is that right?
Correct.
Did you expect this business to grow as fast and yield those results as fast as it did?
I just knew that if I put in the work, whatever could come. And I was just so driven to just put in all that work from the beginning, starting from scratch. And then if it was successful, amazing. If it wasn't, okay, fine, I'll find another way to do it. Like I just knew that this is the area where I want to actually pursue. And when I became so passionate about it, I just wanted to be the best that I possibly could.
Yeah. What made you become so passionate about pursuing this Airbnb business? Like, what stands out to you about this business model?
I wanted to outperform the average all around me, because there's average listings, average Airbnb operators everywhere, not just in Australia, worldwide. And I knew that if I could outperform these listings, these operators, their systems, their pricing, their furnishing, everything, every little detail, if I stick out and I'm unique, then I know that I can even do better than the average. And it shows.
Amazing. So you're sitting at 2 properties now. What does that translate to in revenue? Like, how much did you make in December, for example?
Yeah. So even before December, I started September and I've been 95% booked out. Okay.
Amazing.
That's me really focusing on the right things and revenue management. Of course, that's what we push for in this mentorship. But in December, I was super grateful to have $23,000 in revenue off those 2 properties.
With 2 properties?
Yeah. 14K in net profit.
$14,000 in profit in December.
In just 2 properties, man.
In just 2 properties. How does that make you feel, Umut?
Crazy, man. I just want more properties. I just want to keep pushing.
So where do you see this business going?
To the moon, to be honest. Actually starting to form new business partners where we scale and we outsource to a removalist team and a virtual assistant so that we can really push for as many properties as possible this year.
That's awesome. Do you have a goal in mind?
Of course. So
Where's your goal?
We've pretty much just formed a new business partner, and she's super successful in his own tech business, okay? And now he's taking our business to the next level in terms of outsourcing with a removalist team and scaling with a virtual assistant as well. And we're looking at 25 properties this year, so 2 properties per
Wow,
month.
let's go.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I'm really glad to hear how much progress that you've made in this short little time span. Tell me a little bit about that progress. How did the mentorship and the program help you achieve that? How did you find the mentors and the support and the guidance in B&B success?
It was everything. Like I said before, I knew that when I started this, I didn't want to do it by myself. I knew that I'm investing in myself, in the business, and if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this properly with the right guidance and the right support and someone to ask my questions whenever I need it. So I was fortunate enough to have Stanley as my mentor and you guys with your support and group coaching calls, private messaging, and it's been the best thing I've ever did, to be honest.
Actually, I want to talk a little bit about the community as well. As we all know, you're a very valued member of the community, helping people out, giving them advice, and even meeting up in person with people to help them furnish their properties. Is that right?
Correct. So that was...
How has the community played a role in your success and also helped you progress in business and also in life?
It's been everything. The fact that you guys built this amazing community, and this community alone helps each other out all around Australia in all different states. And I was helping a lot of these students myself in the community, and I was fortunate enough from you guys to get the opportunity to become a mentor myself. And that's when I really pushed and actually pushed myself to be the best possible mentor I can be. Not for just you guys, but for myself and all the students, because I wanted to see them succeed just as much as me. I like when I get a booking, but I love when they get a booking.
Going back to the numbers from before, I want to know, tell me a little bit about your biggest booking ever.
Yeah, actually. So these Christmas bookings pretty much, I've got 1 week from 21 to 28th for 7 nights essentially, and we've got $2,700, averaging almost around $400 to $500 per night. And then,
let's go.
And then if we break down the numbers, we got rent number around $800 per week, cleaning fee around 120-ish. So around the 1800 kind of mark, and just pure net profit for that one.
1800 in pure profit in 7 days.
We've got even more. We've got that exact same kind of booking for my other property. And then we've got Australian Open bookings this month. I've gotten from just 3 nights, 1 $600 nights, and essentially 2 $800 nights. If you put in the right work and you focus on the right areas, okay, then you can reach the kind of same success. Okay, but you have to focus on the right things, and you have to trust the guidance, you have to trust the process, and trust your mentors.
Yeah. If you were to theoretically, let's say, go back in time, go back to that bakery and talk to yourself before you started Airbnb, when you were considering it, what would you tell yourself then?
It's normal to feel nervous, okay? It's normal to have a lot of questions. It's normal to be concerned, okay? We're human, that's just how we roll. But if you trust the process, like I said, and the guidance from your mentors, then you'll be surprised that where you can actually end up.
What would you tell someone who's curious about the program, or even rental art in general, and someone who's on the fence, but let's say was stuck in the same position you were in, and had the same fears and doubts about starting business? Because we all know that business is very scary to start. There's a lot of fear and doubt when you go into any venture.
Yeah.
What would you tell that person?
You can either work for someone else that took the risk, or you can take the risk yourself, to be honest.
I love that. That's incredible. That's incredible. Is there anything else you want to tell me before we end off?
Extremely grateful for the community, the mentorship that you guys provide. It's genuine, it's real, and I don't think I've personally couldn't have done it without you guys, to be honest. So I really appreciate everything.
Umut's story isn't just about Airbnb. It's about what happens when you stop waiting for permission, stop playing it safe, and finally back yourself. 4 months ago, he was calling real estate agents on his lunch break, unsure if any of this would actually work. Today, he's building a real business, mentoring others, and proving that the distance between where you are now and where you want to be is often just one decision. So if there's one takeaway you get from this entire conversation, it's this. Feeling nervous doesn't mean you're not ready to take action. It just means that you care. And if you're watching this from a job that you've outgrown, wondering if it's too late or too risky to start, remember what Umut said. You can either work for someone else who took the risk, or you can take the risk yourself. So if you want to be part of a community like this and explore mentorship, there's a link in the description where you can apply and join us. But even if you don't, just remember that staying where you are right now is still a choice. If you got value from this, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments.